M&G Carter Stadium in Fort Worth. EA Sports college football coverage continues on this Saturday with a mid-afternoon clash. It ought to be a sensational game. It's the Oregon Ducks and the TCU Hornfrogs. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you. Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
M&G Carter Stadium in Fort Worth might be small, but it is mighty. Seating 46,000 fans, the purple smoke, the engine horn blaring, the Frogs get it going on game day in Fort Worth. Back to you.
Holly, thank you. The Ducks kicker headed toward the football, and their season is now officially underway. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Direct snap. Fighting off the defender. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up one. All right, guys, let's think a little bit about big picture TCU. You start the season top 25. Clearly, expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously, some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Big hit, knocks the ball away, and it'll force him into a 4th down.
The hardest thing to do in football is to play on the road. So you want to get those fans as quiet as possible. That is a great opening possession for this defense, not giving up any big plays and forcing the 4th down.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Look out. And the whistle blows as they bring out the trainers to have a look at an injured Duck. That's the sophomore running back there taking a look at, and Holly Rowe will let us know what's going on the sideline. After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. Here's how the career starts. His first carry. Got the 1st down. Maybe a crease. Running inside the 20. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Ducks! You know they love their track at Oregon, and when the gun goes off and he hits open field, he is headed to the tape, and he was burning by the time he hit the end zone.
And they've had guys year after year with serious track speed. They'll get to the small runs, lull you to sleep, and then boom, they make those big plays because they got big-time playmakers with speed at running back.
And the extra point makes it 7-0. Only took 2 plays to find the end zone on that drive, and gashing them on the touchdown run finished it off. From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. They'll corral him and get him down at the 17-yard line on the return. The Hornfrogs offense takes the field ready to get going. They went 3 and out on their first possession, now to see if they can be more productive this time around. Throwing, Underwood. He's got it down the middle. Able to haul it in, but right to the ground he goes, only a pickup of a couple.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Short completion on first down, and here they are with 2nd and 8. They'll give it to Washington. And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle.
Yeah, they're just going to need more push up front. There was nowhere for that running back to go. The offensive line got moved right back into his lap, and as a result, they lose yards on that play.
3rd and long right here. Here's Underwood to throw. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
And that's absolutely going to be one of the keys to this football game. Keep the rabbit in the cage, man. Don't let him get outside that pocket, start bouncing out wide. That's where he'll do a lot of his damage with all that speed. That is a big key for this defense. Great job here early in the football game.
He'll be guided out of bounds, but not before a nifty return on that one. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. Rush is on. He'll pull it down. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening.
I just love this guy's instincts, right? When things aren't open right away, he never panics. He just understands the situation where he is on the field, and he's so confident in his own natural ability that he has the ability to run, go get the first down, keep this drive rolling.
Might have picked up a couple on that one before he was knocked down. Let's take just a second and talk about Oregon. I'm sure you guys saw what a get in recruiting. 4-star defensive linemen gave them a verbal commitment just last week.
Yeah, you can't get enough of these guys, man. And they're excited because you got to play so many defensive linemen. This is the guy that's going to come in, be in the rotation early and often.
Blast is way ahead, but not much room. A pickup of 1 to the 24.
And, man, the big fellas up front, they don't get a lot of credit. They'll get talked about a lot unless it's negative, but they're the big component, man. They've got to get some push, to get some running lanes, get this running game going. They're the ones that make it go.
Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. They'll try to convert on 4th and short from the 20. Quarterback keeps it. He's barely going to make it back to the line of scrimmage, and he'll be stopped short on 4th down.
That's such a terrible feeling, too, if you're the quarterback, because on 4th down, they're calling for you on a design run. They're putting all their hopes on you to somehow go out and get that first, and he knew it. There was just nowhere to go. It's got to be a terrible feeling when you know the defense has won, especially on 4th down, and you're going to be coming off the field.
Knocked down behind the line. Boy, he powered through one tackler, but there were more there to greet him.
You see, this is what great defenses do. Great defenses swarm to the football. So when you do miss a tackle, it's not the end of the world. There's another guy right there to wrap him up. Great defenses seem like they got 12 guys on the field. Nice job swarming to the football, engulfing the running back.
He's changing the play. Underwood. He let that thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Not exactly the ideal situation for this offense. 3rd and long, backed up inside their 20. Looking to pass. It's Underwood. He wants to take the top off. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
You can just start to sense the frustration building for this offense after that incompletion. Right now, setting up 4th down. They haven't yet scored a touchdown. They just can't find a rhythm in this game. Obviously, the defense, the big reason for that. But if this offense wants a chance to win, they have got to start stringing some completions together and get this quarterback in a better rhythm.
This should be the last play of the quarter. Quick give. It's Griffin. Oh, he's got some space. They get him on the ground, and with that, we'll head to the 2nd quarter. That's the end of the period, and Oregon has the lead. We've played one. Before we move on, let's have a look at the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the 2nd period. So 1st down here as they go back to work. Fresh setter downs going to the air. He's going to fire deep. He caught it. That's his first catch of the season, and they believe he is a freshman who can contribute a lot early.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
And the Ducks line it up with a 1st and goal. They want to run this quarterback. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Quarterback keeper. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Oregon!
Yeah, and now this offense building that lead. It's still the 1st half, but I tell you what, shown some glimpses of why they can become a really, really good offense. Listen, you go into halftime, more of the same, right? Continue to do what you're doing, take care of the football. This offense has looked really good in the 1st half.
And he makes the extra point. And he's not going to take the touchback. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. TCU has it back, and the Hornfrogs go on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
Here's a give to Washington. Turning it on. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a first down at the 23.
And this is a really good job of getting on the perimeter so quickly. When you run these tosses, you get away from the big boys. And when you got speed in the backfield, let them do the rest, right? Flip it to him, let him get outside, let him run the football, make a big gain. When you got speed at the running back spot, you definitely want to toss it to him and get him on the perimeter.
On first down, it's Bryson Washington again. Could be an alley. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line. Let's talk for just a second about TCU. The portal can work wonders if you have specific holes to fill. Breathe a little new life and energy into the program. David, these guys went in there, got a nice little haul that really could set them up for success this season.
They did, and they didn't go bonkers and go crazy, Jesse. I like how they just saw a couple guys that they thought fit their system, fit their culture, and now they're bringing them in so they can rise the tide of this team.
Running wide open down the gut of the field. He's at the touchdown, Hornfrogs! Rolled into the end zone, and this crowd was eating it up. This defense not only searching for answers, they're still searching for that running back.
And searching for angles. My goodness, this dude, he runs so fast, he erases angles. People trying to catch him, they didn't realize how much burners he had. He kicked it in gear, and there was no getting it.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. Fielded in the end zone. It's Bear. Gets it across the 20 to the 21, and not quite what he would have picked up just taking the touchback. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. Looking for a crease. Breaks into the open. They corral him out of bounds. Mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going.
He really shows you his skills on that last run, and I feel like today, if you're a running back at Oregon, you are expected to be explosive. You're not going to be a guy that goes in between the tackles and gains 3 yards, and that's okay. I feel like now, today, because of all the great running backs they've had here recently, if you get into the second level, you're expected to go to the house.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And they'll get him down after a solid return. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They didn't quite get organized in time. They'll call a timeout with just 3 seconds remaining on the play clock. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Man, nowhere to run on that play at all.
About all you can say is do better. But that's the problem. Are they able to do better?
And that's why you keep trying things, right? Keep trying to get on the perimeter, run it up the middle, try different things to see what you do well.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. Looking left. With the catch, it's Shelton. Ripping through the defense and getting it all the way down to the 24-yard line.
And what a great job by the QB, man. Seeing the blitz, understanding I got to get the football out of my hands as soon as I possibly can, and he puts it on the numbers to his receiver where he can get those yards after the catch. Great timing, but more importantly, great job seeing what that defense was doing and getting rid of the football.
The Horned Frogs peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. Making the adjustment. He'll take it himself. There he goes. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, TCU. And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
The defense knew coming into this game they were going to have their hands full. Not only did they have to worry about these running backs in their running game, they had to worry about their quarterback as well. On design runs and on scrambles, they didn't have an answer for him right there.
And he tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And the finisher came on a terrific 24-yard run to the house. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They take over late in the half, enough time to put together a drive. Raiola. He's going for it all. He's got it down the left. Off to the races. Touchdown, Ducks. He got a step and just dusted the field.
Man, I just love the execution by this offense. Late in the half, man, you want to take the lead. You want to get that momentum on your side, and they do it. They finish it with the passing game. I'll tell you what, keep that passing game up. You can keep this lead, keep the momentum, and keep putting up numbers.
They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty.
Number 39, set to kick this one.
Out of the end zone. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. Changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Throwing, Underwood. Out wide right, it's Scott. A little more space, open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30.
I know he's got the height and weight of a tight end, but, man, the way he runs routes and how good he is with the ball in his hands, it just reminds you of a wide receiver. He's so athletic. This is a guy that has a basketball background in high school, and you see it pan out. Every time he has the football, he just looks like the best athlete on the field. For a big guy, very, very unique.
In the backfield, it's Payne. Oh, he's got some space. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. Plays like that, but just a second of hesitation in the defense to make sure, and they're able to take advantage here.
And they use great timing with this call, right? Like, you can't call this play all the time, but you want to catch him when the...
Snags it, and there's running room. Out of bounds at the 43-yard line after the huge pickup.
Well, that's not a bad 3 plays in a row. Palmer, you probably never did that in your life, but 3 plays, 3 completions, like he's seeing it very quickly. Good protection up front, finding his receivers, and that's 3 explosive plays in a row.
And the Horned Frogs will snap it on 1st and 10. Running inside, it's Payne. He's piled up 76 yards rushing, and that is quite an impressive first half here in this season opener.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
Here's Underwood to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense makes a play, finally. This is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. He'll get rid of it. The pass is incomplete, and there are 2 ticks remaining on the clock.
And that's a teach tape on 3rd down right there. That's a great job by the defense, being back, understanding it's 3rd down. If they're going to throw it short, man, I'm going to break on the football, go down, be very physical. You want to throw a slant, man, you make sure that they feel you. That's a great job by this defense, being physical, making sure he doesn't secure that catch.
Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. Changing the routes with his receivers. Underwood to throw for it on 4th. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, we welcome you into the Week 0 edition of the EA Sports College Football Update Show. We begin with Southern Mississippi taking on the number 20 team, the West Virginia Mountaineers. And it's the home squad looking to get the job done on the road. Right now it's early, but they lead this season opener. Now let's take a peek at some of the other contests around the country, games that promise to have an impact on the standings.
The Oregon offense is on the field to get this drive going. If it's working, why change it? And that running game was working in the first half. I imagine we'll see a lot more of it here in the 3rd quarter.
And you just know the offensive line was telling their coordinator, put this on us. Let us continue to go out there, push these guys around. We can put this game on our back and end this thing by running the ball.
And this is a manhood question for this defense. Like, as a defensive lineman, and you're pounding the rock, like, I got to physically rise to this challenge. This defense has to play more inspired and more physical in the second half.
Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
It'll be 3rd and short from their own 33. A run for the quarterback. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss. Offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. Fourth down, Raiola. Rush right in his face. And here's a fumble way behind the line. Defense trying to take it back. Scooped it. Scored it. Into the end zone. Touchdown. setting up for the extra point and the tie. And the extra point was good. No incident there, and we are tied up in the third. The scoop and score. What a lift it can give to the defense. Not content to get the ball. They wanted to do something with it, and they did. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. And Oregon has it back, and here comes the offense. Here's Raiola to throw. Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. And he went for it all on first down. Didn't connect, but it gave the D something to think about.
Well, the defense hasn't been able to stop this guy all game long, so the offense is going to keep trying to take shots. They thought they had the matchup they wanted, but they're going to force this defense to prove they can stop him. The defense finally came up with a play.
They'll move the wide receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Really good job by the defense, seeing it and going and getting it. Nice job understanding the touch pass. It could happen. Those guys go in motion, man. I got to understand, safety's got to see that, start flying down, getting ready to play that. Nice job by the defense being ready for that play.
They need a huge play on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Fires to the wideout. Makes a connection. First catch of the season for this highly touted wide receiver. And, man, their fans have been hungry to see that.
Really nice discipline by that receiver against man coverage, because you know that throw is going to be contested with a defender in your back pocket. He fights back to the football. He fights through contact and shows really strong hands on the catch.
Throwing Raiola. Just a short pass to the tight end. Really good surge for this offense. They move the chains, and he's got it at the 34.
And that's why, as a former quarterback, man, I love these drag routes, because if you get the right coverage and it's man-to-man and someone gets picked or can't keep up with your receiver, you just put it out nicely in front of them. They're going to make the catch, and they're going to take it a long way. Really great execution. Nice job by the receiver creating separation, and beautiful throw out in front of the target.
The Ducks can really attack on this 2nd and short. Straight ahead, it's Griffin. Got it into the red zone, dragged down at the 18-yard line.
New running back, same result. Like, it's pretty clear what they want to do on the offensive side of the football. They want to dominate the line of scrimmage. They want to run the football, whether it's the starter or now the backup. They're going to establish that ground game. It's what they do. It's who they are.
Hand off from the shotgun. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. The Ducks come to the line in the hurry-up. The corners are walked up tight. Just feeds the running back. All over him immediately.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. 2nd down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on 2nd down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on 3rd down.
They'd love to pick up this 3rd down and get a fresh set with 1st and goal. On the move. Might have a chip. Touchdown, Ducks! They take the lead with the 6.
Well, they've been calling his number, running the ball a lot on this drive, Dave. That's an outstanding run right there. But whether it's designed or whether it's off script, scrambling around, this defense can't find a way to corral this guy. And if I was on offense, I'd keep letting him do this.
Yeah, and the annoying thing is, man, the quarterback gets the ball every single play. They snap it to him. He can throw it. He can scramble. He can run. So really just opens up the whole field is at his mercy. And this defense right now, not finding a lot of answers. They've got to do something to stop this quarterback.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Opening play of this drive comes from the 12-yard line. Underwood got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete.
And I thought the game plan has been so good by this defense, man. They know exactly who his go-to guy is out wide, and they're doing a great job of mixing up coverage, taking that away. Listen, this QB doesn't have to go to him, and that's why I think you look next. Who's your next best playmaker that can make something happen for you? Maybe go find him, because they're locked in on that star out wide.
Third quarter here, 2nd and 10 as we are getting this season underway in the opening week. Trying to make magic on the scramble. That's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
What a real good job by the defense defending the RPO. I got to defend the run. I got to defend the pass, make the QB take off, and then get a stick on him, play physical, got him to cough up the football. Great job by the defense playing their responsibilities and forcing the turnover.
The Ducks signal for their first timeout. And that will leave them with just 2 timeouts to use the rest of the way. Here comes the Duck offense to get the drive started. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Oh, a double pass. They're all over it. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
Well, the quarterback was in a world of trouble there. He was under pressure. He knew he was going to get hit, so he was just trying to get rid of it, but he forced it into double coverage. He's lucky that was only an incompletion.
Motion from the wideout. Just smothered on the play.
And this team needs more of that, man. This is a really close football game, and you've got to get these stops down the stretch and meet the physical challenge of this offense, and they do right there, man. And that's one step closer to getting this football back and maybe making this thing a football game.
Third play of the drive, and they need to make something happen here on 3rd and long. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola. Nothing there, and he just had to throw it away.
Well, this is a disappointing drive for the offense, considering where this drive started in their opponent territory. Now you're 4th and long. You've got to be better throwing the football in those types of situations.
Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. He's going to try to knock one through from 49 yards away. Never a doubt for this big-footed guy. 49-yard field goal is good.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but, man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. They'll put this one in play first snap of the drive from the 25. Here's Bryce Underwood to throw. They'll flip it out to the back on the screen. Slips a tackle, and he's got room. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
Well, they pick up the first down there on the screen. I love the offensive line there, allowing the pass rush to get way up the field. They completely baited their guys, made them think that they got beaten, that they were going to get the sack, and then they sneak the running back screen right in behind them and pick up the first.
One big play, and now they've got it at the 42-yard line on first down. To the back. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Of 2. Brings up second down.
Time has expired here in the quarter, and Oregon has the lead. They've done the work to build a nice cushion. Now to bring it home as we check out the stats after 3 quarters. One final period to play, and we'll see who can grab that W as we start the fourth. So the final period starts with a second down play. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Throwing, Underwood unloads to the wideout. Intercepted, big play, stops the drive. Looking for more room. At the 30. He's at the 10. Touchdown, Oregon. What a play. Not only the interception, but the great return for the score.
Yeah, and that just might do it. Man, offense needed points badly. Defense comes up with the big interception, takes it all the way back just to pad their lead a little bit and make this game almost out of reach.
And now they'll empty the backfield for the 2-point try. Movement from the linebackers trying to mess with the offensive line's assignments. Into the end zone he goes for the 2, and now they lead by 3 possessions.
How about that, guys? That's basically a 15-point swing. Defense gets a pick 6, and then your offense gets the 2-point conversion. Wow.
Number 39. Set to kick this one away.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. Giving up that last field goal really hurt. It's a 3-possession game, and things look dire, to be candid. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on first down.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
Caught in the backfield, it's Payne. Breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Ripped off a huge chunk play on that one as he gets the first down before he steps out of bounds.
Man, is it nice to have a guy that can do that. Goodness gracious, short pass, but he has such speed, elusiveness, vision, the whole 9. He shows you all of it right there. Catches the football, makes some people miss, gets upfield, and gets the long gain. That is so nice for a quarterback to throw it short, but you get all those yards after the catch.
How crazy is it that one of the best receivers in all of college football just made his first catch in this big of a game? You've got to give the defense tons of credit. They've had a plan for him. They've limited him, and that's why they're going to win.
He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive.
And this offense is kind of showing you a little bit of everything, but putting big plays together, really getting their momentum going. This ground attack now, you watch. They've got a little bit of everything, man. The balance, the structure, the play calling. Right now, they're in a really good rhythm.
First and goal, and a great opportunity to slice into this lead. They'll run it with Bryson Washington. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone.
And I'm good with it. I like what the offense is doing. Be physical. I don't need to get pass happy down here on first and goal. Nice job believing in my running game, and maybe I stick to it for another play or two.
Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. No running room at all, and he barely makes it back to the line of scrimmage. It's third and goal.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on third down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how to...
And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, TCU! They'll try to tack one more on their score. Right down the boulevard. That is an efficient drive. 7 plays, 75 yards. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score.
Number 48, set to advance on the football.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Ducks ready to go back to work on offense. So that last touchdown made it a 2-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
And I think if you're the head coach, defensively now, obviously, you've got 3 timeouts in your back pocket. You're trailing at this point, and the offense is going to be running the football, trying to bleed the clock. They're going to take as much time off the game clock as they can before snap again. You've got to start thinking about using some of those timeouts.
Timeout called here on defense, so they'll have a couple remaining in addition to the 2-minute stoppage to try to maximize time and get the football back. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a third and long from the 27. They're in the gun. Here's Dylan Raiola throwing right. And this is going to be incomplete on third down.
Man, those sting, man. The third down, the money down. Your guy's got to come through. You had a good play called. Receiver there to make a play. He's just got to catch the football. Those hurt on any down, but especially third down.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Raiola to throw for it on fourth. He'll off one deep down the left side. Can't complete the long throw, and the defense gets off the field on fourth down.
I think that might be the very definition of just trying to rub salt in the wound, right? You got the lead, multiple possessions. You're looking really, really good, late in the ball game. And you go for it again. So you're just trying to, listen, it's their job to stop you. I like it. Offense doing what they do. Forget you, defense. Get a stop. That's your job. And you did it.
And he'll be brought down, and he has them set up with a 1st and goal as we've reached the 2-minute timeout. So close to cashing it in for this offense. Making the adjustment on the play. Here's Underwood to throw. Into the end zone. Almost intercepted. They took a shot on 1st down and just about turned the thing over.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling. Sprinting to the line to try to get this one off. Clock's running. They believe in their running game on 3rd and goal here. They got 0 push up front, and they stopped him in the backfield.
And, man, that's a good job by this defense. Great job being physical, penetrating, getting in the backfield, 3rd and goal, expecting run, getting in there, and now forcing a decision for this offense, forcing the 4th down.
Now, the offense is still out there. They're taking a gamble here. They could come up empty by passing on the field goal here on 4th down. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Gets the return down to the 25-yard line, and a big turnover caused by this defense. They're lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they have dialed up for this one. Snap to the back. They forged ahead just a bit. Not a lot working with the Wildcat there. TCU calls its 2nd timeout. And they'll still have 1 timeout left at their disposal. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. He's got enough for the 1st down, and that ought to be enough to put them in victory formation for the rest of this one. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. Snap to the back. There he goes. Past the 6. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
And early in the season, we're always talking about teams. Where can they stumble? Where can they fall? They start to get a winning streak going, but then this happens. The team you're not looking at. You're looking ahead to better teams, to bigger challenges, Palmer, and this one snuck up and got them.
Yeah, this loss is going to sting for sure, David, but they can't start pointing fingers. They got to go watch the film, and they've got to get better because we know they can bounce back. We saw Notre Dame lose to Northern Illinois earlier in the season, recently, and still reach the national championship game. So, yes, this is a bad loss for this team early, but there's still a lot of football to play.
So he'll help the completion percentage, but not the yardage. Stop for no gain.
And he got it to his running back, obviously making a good decision, but nice tackle on the play. Way to get the running back on the ground and not give the extra yards after the catch.